All right, I've been giving this some thought because I think that we're all kind of struggling with the geometry portion of this. So I did a little research, and my problem is I thought that they were approaching this too much like a high school geometry class. Oh, somebody's at my door. And I better go see who it is that 5-year-old is running. It was a book I ordered. Okay, so I think that the geometry was they're making it seem like it's a little too complex. So let's make this less complex. So when you go into the regular book, like in the browse section, instead of going to the classes when you're in Pearson, there are some additional examples. And so those are the ones I'm going to do. So let's use the tools that are in the book itself. So to get to the tools, you come over here to the wrench, click it, and all these math tools pop up. And the math tool we want to use is this one called 2D Geometry. And click it. And for this question we are not doing triangle conditions. We're building a figure. So let's click on Building Figures. What I think I would like you to do is maybe pause the video every time we get into one of these new little tutorials and have another tab open up top to try it for yourself as we go, and then come back to it. Okay, so in building figures, here's what I've noticed. This icon here is really important. This tells you what you're about to do. So this is the figure they want us to build. So I'm going to go back to that page, and it says draw a quadrilateral. So it's going to have 4 sides with 2 4-inch sides meeting at a 90-degree angle. Let's just start there. 2 4-inch sides. So I am gonna have a grid pop up, and I think I'm gonna zoom out a little to make those bigger. And I'm going to pretend that each of these is an inch, even though it's not. So we're going to draw a line segment. I'm going to click over here. A line segment is one that goes between 2 points and stops. This is a ray. It starts at a point and then goes on forever in one direction, and then a line goes on forever in both directions. So like if I click this and try to draw a line, that's what it's going to look like. And I don't want that. So I'm going to come down here to the eraser and click it. Notice the eraser showed up here, and then I'm going to click on the line and it'll go away. So I'm going to go back, find a line segment. Here it is. I'm going to click and hold and drag 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to draw another one that's also 4 units. And it said to attach it at a 90-degree angle, which is why I like having the grid there, because 90 degrees is just a corner of a square. So I still have the setting for the segment. I'm going to click and hold and drag 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's my next point. Okay, so this next section is where things get a little tricky, and if you touch something in the wrong place, it's going to get all messed up. So listen. It says they want the other 2 angles to have measures of 70 degrees and 80 degrees. So let's do that. I'm going to make an angle. I'm going to click down here. I'm going to choose angle. I'm going to put it over here somewhere. Okay, so I click and I get to decide how big I want the angle to be. So let's start with 70 degrees. Okay. So if I click on it again and try to move it, it's going to draw another angle. So I'm going to grab, let me see, I'm going to grab the arrow, the pointer, and I'm going to hold on to E and move. If I were to hold on to F and move, it'll change the size of the angle. And now I don't know how to make it turn it back, so I'm going to erase it. I'm going to do it one more time. Angle, angle, 70 degrees, okay. Pointer, grab E and move it. So I'm going to extend these. If you grab onto the arrow, watch what happens. See how you can make it bigger? I'm going to do that up here too. So I'm going to grab E. I'm going to put E on top of, well, I can't because now I haven't given myself enough space. So I'm going to put E on top of C. And then I'm not going to grab onto D. I'm going to grab onto the arrow, not the arrow. I'm going to grab onto the side and rotate it and put it right on top of this line. And I'm going to extend the arrow a little bit more so it doesn't get in my way. Okay, then I'm going to do one more angle. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to change it to 80 degrees. I'm going to extend the arrow. Whoops, dang it, see, I did that thing. Cancel. Arrow, there we go. Extend this guy, grab H. I might have to pan a little bit. So I'm going to grab my hand and see if I can pan it. There we go. Arrow. Put H on top of A. Don't grab I. Grab the side. Twist. Put it right on top of that line. And this is the shape I now have. The shape we want to pay attention to is here, 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 and here. The angles are 90 degrees. One of these is 70, one of these is 80, and this one is quite large. So the shape that it has made, this is not a trapezoid because a trapezoid has one set of parallel sides. This is not a kite because a kite has these opposite angles would match each other. So this is just called a quadrilateral, right? So let's go back to Pearson and let's see what they told us to do. Here we go. Draw the 4-inch sides meeting at a 90-degree angle. Draw a line marking 70 degrees with one of the existing sides. Draw a line marking 80 degrees with the other existing side. And that's then it says erase the segments that extend beyond the shape, which we weren't able to do in the drawing, I don't think. And that's the shape we have. I think that the one thing I could do is I could back up these arrows so that it's not extending beyond the shape. And then that looks a little bit more like what we have here. And if we had put 80 up here and 70 down there, that would have been just fine. It would have just been the exact same thing flipped. So let's do this, okay? Let's use this sketch pad that is already provided for us in the curriculum, because then at least I know that I can read my teacher manual and figure out what I need to do. So I'm at 8 minutes right now, so I'm going to stop because I don't want to make this video too long for fear you won't watch it. So I'm gonna put this into a new playlist, and I think I'm going to call the playlist how to use the geometry software. Okay, so I'll be right back with another video. Bye.